Hello people of the interwebs, Sarah here, and this is the final review in the series that I've been doing for the series of unfortunate events. I am going to be reviewing the Miserable Mill, which is episodes 7 and 8. So I have done reviews for all the episodes up to now. I kind of grouped them in the books they were in, so episodes 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. I'll make sure all the links to those videos are in the description box so you can have a look and you can talk to me about them, see my opinions all the way through, and I guess we better just get started. So I will say off the bat, these episodes were such an improvement. But as I'm going to say, all these episodes have had different feel to them. I mean, I know it's all grounded in realism and stuff, but I felt really, really tense watching this. Like, the tension was built so high. Like, you believed in how much trouble and the actual danger the kids were in. I absolutely loved that. I think that's because the series is grounded in realism thing that has been really believable, and I guess it kind of just proved it to me right then and there, so well done series. So I really, really did like this episode, and I liked the twists. So I didn't find it hard to watch, but it took a lot in me to not skip ahead. Like, there's sometimes when I'm watching Netflix, I know I can skip ahead to stuff so I can so the characters don't get in trouble and I don't need to feel the whole that's the only way I can describe it, but I didn't. And I have some notes here, so we may as well get started. So the first thing I'm going to discuss, as I've discussed with all my things, is Snicket. Beatrice is a very important character and we've never seen her. And anybody who's read the books or anything, does she become really prominent? I mean, as we saw at the very, 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 very end, Snicket and Olaf definitely know each other. So Olaf must know Snicket, so there must be history there. So yeah, Beatrice is a massive question mark for me with Snicket, and it's just, Snicket, I don't know, I can trust him, but I don't know if he's completely a good guy anymore, so that's I don't know how I should take that in my heart. What I really, really liked in this episode was Charles and Sir. They kept calling each other a partner, and I don't know if this is just me being in the age that I am, but the way they acted and the way that they talked, I kind of felt like they were almost like a couple. I mean, it was clear that they weren't, but it was just, you could see that because they kept talking about them being partners and stuff, and I was like, that could be the vibe they were going with. Either way, I did really like both those characters, and I really liked what's her name? Dr. Georgina. It's like Orwell. I really liked her in the way that she did. Olaf needed someone to bat off, and it kind of put Olaf in perspective. Yes, he's a baddie and everything, but his plans are very straight to the point, simple, where hers have layers upon layers upon layers of what's going on within them. And obviously it's been working for her until the Baudelaire kids come along and their vocabulary is out of this world. But you can see, it was really nice to see Olaf and his ex-girlfriend. It was an unusual partnership, but I really, really liked it. Talking about Olaf, his disguise this episode was definitely my favourite one. Neil Patrick Harris, we all know, can rock the heels and rock the women's outfit. I did not doubt that. But how he was they were talking about the receptionist and he was Georgina was all, you've got lipstick in your teeth, and he was like, it's part of my character, and I was like, yes, that was probably one of the most believable disguises I saw, and I completely was like, yeah, we know it's a disguise, but I'm also like, the acting training in him came out in that as well, and I was like, that was really cool. I really liked, I think that was my favourite costume disguise of his throughout the whole series so far, and I want to see how they progress. That is very, if they have a season 2, I'm really interested in how they will top what they've done. So the kids get a job in the mill. One of my notes I've got down here is they have to like saw the bark off the trees, and it was like Sunny has like her perfect job, because we see Klaus and Violet on one tree and they're still doing it, and Sunny's practically finished a tree herself. I was like, the baby found her job, she's found her perfect job. I thought that was very, very funny. CGI baby cropped up a lot in these 2 episodes, which was a bit daunting. But as I said, CGI baby, you can either, it's a hit or a miss. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt for it. So CGI baby, I'm kind of getting used to it. Like, there's some moments, especially when it's just her face, they nail it every single time, but it's when it's her whole body, I'm like, CGI baby. Talking about the character relationships in this book quite a lot. As I said, the siblings, I have felt they have been siblings all the way through it, and realistically they have been getting along. So realistically, when they fell out in this episode, or in episode 7 they fell out, it was done in a very realistic way, and I felt like it was coming, like you felt like that was going to happen and it needed to happen. And it was because both of them had their best intentions at heart, but Violet wanted to prove her family wrong at the same time. Like, she just was like, we're being influenced by something that obviously didn't happen, and Klaus was all, we should just get out of here, I'm scared what will happen to us kind of thing. And I'm like, what they fell out over was very humane and very, considering what they've been through, it made sense. But also it was nice to see them actually falling out and then having to work through that, which was very realistic for siblings, and I applaud that. So the big thing of these 2 episodes was the hypnosis angle, and hypnosis has always been one of those things that I don't fully believe, mainly because I'm scared in case it actually happens and stuff like that. But watching it, I think it was approached very realistically. I mean, as soon as I think I realised it was hypnosis really early on, like it was clear to me that's what was going on, and I was a bit like, okay, we're going to do this. But it didn't really hit me how much of a impact it would have on the story until Klaus was late coming back to bed, and Violet had to like practically go to bed alone with Sunny, and she was talking to Sunny about having to look after Klaus, and it was such a touching moment that I actually was crying. I didn't burst into tears, but like I felt the tears like rolling down my cheeks as she was talking, and I was like, this series has got me to cry. Practically every other episode I've probably cried in this series, and I was like, the emotions are all over the place. So yeah, that's when it kind of impacted me how much this hypnosis angle they were going with was going to actually affect them. But as I said, something I actually really praise the series on is the grounded realism they seem to have put into it, and I'm really big on having like almost a real world feel to stuff. So I think that as they approached it in such a realistic way, I think that's why it impacted me in such that it went like straight to my heart. I felt like, Violet, I am a big sister, I would do anything to protect my little sister kind of thing. So I was like, I can understand where she came from. That's probably why I ended up crying. Oh, the biggest OMG! The parents were not the parents, but they're the parents of kids who are probably going to be in season 2 and the part that'll help with the mystery, but the parents were not the parents. my heart almost broke, because when they showed the 2 yellow doors, I automatically knew that wasn't gonna, they weren't gonna open to reveal each other. I think that's like the most cliche known film trick of all time, but everyone still falls for it. But I knew that wouldn't happen when they saw the yellow doors. But what I didn't expect was them not to be the parents, for them to be the parents of someone else. I did not expect that, and I actually screamed OMG to the point where my neighbour told me to shut up because it's almost 11 o'clock at night. So he's probably off to bed. But that moment, I was just, there's no words for how like heartbroken and shocked I was at that exact moment. But that was such a, it was such a tease. Oh. But then, as I said, you saw the kids at the end when they're in the school, which is obviously a tease for season 2, which means we're going to get more kids who know what's going on. So it's like next generation secret organisation. Kleist has the bottom end. The girl, I think, had the top end. So we can see, like, if there's a season 2, we're going to get some more characters, and I'm really, really excited to see them. But at the same time, I had my heart out. I was like, my heart was set on them, and it didn't happen, and I'm so sad. What else happened? Oh, Klaus actually being hypnotised when he was in the warehouse. That was all over the place. That was when I was almost like, I was practically screaming at my screen, being like, no, 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 no. I just wanted to hug him and just stop it. And that's when the tension happened, and it was just all very both times. I was really sad that Phil was the one who got injured, but he got injured in such a comical way that I knew he would bounce back. But it was when Charles was tied to the log, I was like, I know he will not get injured because he's such a nice wee fella. But they were cutting it close, weren't they? Oh, but I was very how they approached the whole thing was very interesting, and I really enjoyed it. Like, I felt the tension as well, and I was really scared for everyone, and I think that's part of the reason why I like those 2 episodes so much. So, yay! And then, what is with the sing-song at the end? Like, I know you have Neil Patrick Harris, but there's no need for a sing-song. I mean, I appreciate it, and I'm loving the boarding school, because I know they go to the boarding school for a few books, 2, 3 books, maybe. I definitely know the boarding school is in the books, because when I saw the name, I recognised that my dad had the series, I just never read them. So, when there was the sing-song though, I was just like, I like the song, but I didn't see the need for it, so I was a bit confused by that, but yeah. So that was, these have been so that was my thoughts of those 2 episodes. If I had to grade it, I probably would give it both of them a B+, marging on an A, but B+ definitely. The series overall I'm giving a B. I think definitely a high B, B+. The series has been very interesting and definitely better than I was expecting. Like, the trailers didn't give away much. I was really excited for it anyway. The film really intrigued me. I was really interested in the film. But I think having it as a Netflix show benefits it a lot more, because you get more detail, more stories, more characters, and I think that does benefit it more. And the mystery, there has to be the season 2. I'm so wanting to know what the hell is going on with this mystery. It's so intriguing me, and I need to know. I need to figure this out. We've got the weird lady who was from the Vampire Diaries, we've got Lemony Snicket, we've got Olaf, and they're all connected, and then there's the next generation, and I just need to know. So yeah, I need to know. There will be a season 2. I'm sure there will be, because Netflix will pick it up, because Netflix. But what do you guys think? Have you agreed with any of my thoughts? Have you disagreed with any of my thoughts? What have you seen the series? What did you think of Neil Patrick Harris and the kids? I was really surprised with the kid actors. They were really, really good. Did you like the CGI baby? Because were you a bit like me, like CGI baby? Anyway, I love discussing this with you, and I would love to continue discussing it with you down in the description bar, down in the comments below. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you actually liked it and if you've watched all of these, and subscribe to my channel because I'm going to start doing some more TV talks and some book reviews and anything like that. I'm currently re-watching The Librarian, so I might start do some TV talks on them. But is there any TV shows that you think I should do? I do watch Shadowhunters, but I'm going to wait until the new showrunners come in before I start reviewing them, because I didn't like the old showrunners in the Shadowhunters, so I don't see the point in reviewing people I know I don't like. So I'm going to wait till they come in before I start reviewing the show. So yeah. Anyway, I will see you next time. Bye! Mwah!